Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to go over options Greeks like delta, gamma, theta, sometimes vega. But first, if you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that like and subscribe button and go over to Twitter at WTrades, that's DUBYA Trades. Guys, I put watch list, news, anytime I go live, stuff like that. It's a great place to keep up with stocks and the community in general. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. And what are option Greeks? Well, option Greeks can tell us how a stock can move based on price, time, and volatility. Those three things is what governs how options work. So you should know how an option could move based on those factors, right? Let's look at Lucid here. So we can see on this chart here, we're looking at calls. This gives us three of them: delta, gamma, theta. Really all you need to know is delta and gamma, but we'll go, or delta and theta, but we'll go over gamma and vega also. Delta shows you how much the price of a stock will move up, or the price of the option will move up for every dollar amount that the stock moves up. So if this stock moves up $1, the option will move up, this one here, the 28 strike, will move up 49 cents, right? Let me put that back on Lucid. So if this moves up $1, this option will go up 49 cents, which is $49 once you sell it. Now, if the price moves up $1, gamma will tell you how much the delta will change in that movement. So if this moves up another dollar, your delta will change by 6 cents because your gamma is 0.06. So when this moves up $1, delta moves the price of your option up by whatever the delta is. In this case it's 49, the next one's 43, 48. So when this goes up $1, all those, the price will move up whatever the delta is. Gamma, when the price moves up $1, will move the delta up the same amount as the gamma. So when that moves up $1, this will now be 55 cents. So the next dollar goes up, it'll move up 55 cents instead of 49. So options are constantly changing, and that's really all gamma is. You need to know as the price moves up, the delta will change with it. So if you want to hold on to this option for a few days and you're not day trading it, you need to worry about theta. Theta is how much your option will decay over time. In this case, it's how much it'll drop after 1 day. So if the implied volatility doesn't change and the price doesn't change, then your option will move down 4 cents because your theta is 0.04. Now, of course, if the price changes and your delta moves up, it's still going to move down 4 cents, but your overall option will be adjusted because of your delta. So when you're looking at these, it's important to know these factors to see what strike and what day you might want to choose. If you want to be more riskier, then you buy in the money. But theta is going to be higher. Your delta is going to be higher, which is good if it moves up, but it's bad if it moves back down. So, what is vega then? Vega, if we come here, vega is how much the delta will move up if the implied volatility moves up 1%. So since vega is at 1 cent, for every percent that this moves up, your implied volatility will move up. Those are your main four option Greeks that you need to worry about. Really, two of them is when you're picking out your options. The gamma is good to know, just to know that your data will change a certain amount as it goes up. So let's run this down real quick. If we're going to go, let's come out a little while. If we're going to go out to December 17th and we're going to pick this 28 strike, right? It's at 320 right now. So if the price moves up to 28.13, how much is this option going to move up if your delta is at 0.53? If you said it's going to move up 53 cents, you got it right. This will be at 370, what do we say, 53? 373. Now, if this also moves up, how much is your delta going to move up if that moves up $1? If your gamma is 0.04, how much will your delta move up? If you said 4 cents, then you're right. Now, if you hold on to this for a day and your theta is 0.03, how much are you going to lose after that first day? Again, if you said 3 cents, you're right. And that's really all these Greeks are. The only other thing you need to know about price action, since we talked about volatility, implied volatility, is a thing that they call implied volatility crush. Now, what that can happen is when the market goes from an unknown to a known very quickly. It can crush out your implied volatility, really mess with your options, and they can go down quite a bit. You will see this a lot during earnings. When you go from people don't know what earnings is going to be, there's a lot of implied volatility because they could be announcing something that we don't know of yet. Just a lot of concerns going around earnings. Well, then earnings hit. We now know all that. The earnings call's out there. We know everything. So now that we know it, implied volatility possibly comes back down. That's what implied volatility crush is, IV crush. It's when the market goes from an unknown to a known on a specific stock, and that implied volatility gets crushed down. Next time you're watching earnings, watch it after the first, let's say, hour of the day. Watch it during that first time right after earnings, and watch that implied volatility go down on some of them. That's because that it went from not knowing what earnings was going to be and what the outlook was going to be to now we know. So implied volatility is back to normal. The stock can now move in a tighter range, so it goes down. So guys, if you got any questions, put them in the chat. Hit me up on Twitter, Discord, anything like that. Feel free to ask me anything about it. Also, if you would hit that like and subscribe button, it'd help me out with YouTube's algorithm. Get me out in front of more eyes. I appreciate y'all coming and watching these. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.